How's everyone doing? Oh my god, it's been such a long time since I made a video, but the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of people asked me about my last video I made about the demons of the Goetia, where I mentioned I was working with the demon Ga'op, 33rd demon in the pantheon of the 72 demons. Okay, and if you want to refer back to that video, it's about, I think it's like 9 minutes long, and I recorded it in Chisinau, Moldova, in Eastern Europe, and that was September 11th, 2018. September 11th, oh my gosh! Okay, September 11th, 2018, that video. So, I'm in this video, I'm going to talk about an update. So I've been working with the demons of the Goetia ever since, for about almost, I would say, 9 plus 12 is about 20 months. 20 months I started working with the Goetia. First few months, first year, I was just kind of understanding the concept. What is it? Is it something outside of me? Is it some demon figure? No, it is part of your psyche. In the other video, I describe how the 72 Goetias, 7 plus 2 equals 9. 9 is the number of completion. These things, these energies guard the pineal gland, and it deals with polarity consciousness. So, oh my rice, it deals with polarity consciousness. So now, when you start working with a Goetia, one demon, say you have an aspect of yourself that say you're shy, like I was shy, and I didn't have good public speaking skills. I would not find that flow within me. So what I did was I worked with that aspect of myself. So how do I invoke the energy to tackle my shyness problem within myself? See, I would have to level up. Basically, you're forced to level up with these Goetias because they want to manifest their consciousness in your physical body. So when you have your consciousness aligned to what they invoke out of you, then you give them energy because you become a vessel for them to exist. And it's weird because, see, the demons of the Goetia, they're very terrestrial energy. They're tied to your Kundalini energy. See, there's Kundalini energy is terrestrial, earthbound, and your soul, your divine light, that is a celestial energy. And both your celestial and your Kundalini energy working is going to get you the result in your life. I don't want to wake anybody up. It's kind of late, but so the thing is, when you say you hear a name, okay, you hear these famous Goetias, the top 10, and you want to work with them. No, you have to become the energy that would work with them. First, you got to work with the lower level ones. If you do a good job, then you need the next energy. You start like becoming that person that you always wanted to be, and you get favored by certain aspects of yourself. And yeah, it's really interesting. It's like shadow work. That's what shadow work is. You go into your shadows and you shine light upon your fears, your jealousy, your anger. Okay. So yeah, but you that's what you do, and almost you have to be worthy enough for that energy to be around you. Because if you slip up and you go back to your old ways, then that energy is not with you anymore. It's as simple as that. So that was my little talk about the update. Yes, I'm still working with them, and I'm not going to stop because it is a part of me. I'm a physical being in this physical earth, and it's tied to my Kundalini energy. And there's nothing wrong with feeling pleasure. There's nothing wrong with having a good time, But is it aligned? Is it aligned with your soul? Is it like, are you trapped in the matrix? Are you looking for things outside yourself? Are you tying your happiness to something outside of you? Are you tying your happiness to the future event? Or when I get a job, that's when I'll be happy. So when you work with these entities, these energies, with the mindset of like, if I don't work with them, then I'll never be, I'll never be happy, or I'll never be successful. Then that mindset itself, it's gonna make you really in a different polarity where you will cheat, steal, and rob, metaphorically or physically, to get money. But when you get money only from one polarity, only from the terrestrial energy, then you can't hold on to it. You're going to destroy yourself. That's where the balance comes in, where it has to be aligned, because the terrestrial energy and the celestial energy, it's all one energy. It's just a polarity thing. It's all one entity. It's all divine, right? There's nothing separate. It's like a string that leads to the divine, and then that's it. It's like one end of the string and the other end of the string. And it's like you got to make your way up. And then as you make your way up, you make your way up in the physical too. So when you're doing your soul, when you're aligned with your soul, and your soul is calling the shots, rather than your ego or your Kundalini. Everyone's Kundalini is awakened. It's just people don't know it, and the energy is going to things that are always outside of itself, because it's the ego. It wants to feel secure and all that. So when you raise your level up and your vibration, the byproduct becomes what the physical always wanted. The physical aspect of you always wanted that. Security, pleasures, beauty, things like that. It becomes a byproduct. Rather than going after those things, when you align yourself with the divine, because it is part of you, it is inside you. And it's like the soul is going down to hell and picking up the Kundalini energy, the serpent snake, like the eagle flying high with the serpent in its grasp. It's not killing it. It's not to eat it. It's to take it up and let it soar high. Now the snake can see at a higher perspective. That's a esoteric symbolism. Because a snake could never be that high. It can never be 1,000 feet in the air unless it was being taken up by the soul. See, but they become one. Even when the snake, when the eagle eats the snake, it becomes, the energy of the snake becomes part of the energy of the eagle. Same thing with you. So when you are, you synergize with that energy, that's when you start seeing things, in your life, and you start walking this reality really awake. And everyone around you is sleepwalking. But they're in your mind, see? They're just a reflection of you. So if you see someone really arrogant and XYZ, when a really bad person, and you're triggered by it, you're affected by it, and you're angry, or you want to retaliate, then you have just been triggered. You've just been tricked. And someone that's awake will not get tricked by their own reflection. How can your reflection scare you? Your reflection shouldn't scare you. So when you see people now, it's like the demons that scare you, they are reflected in them. So, for example, it says when you're working with, say, King Pamon, okay, which I did work with him for a little bit, and like it's like you'll smell rotting flesh. Okay, so it's like, you know, when someone has really bad breath, you know, and so you'll be somewhere in public and someone will have really bad breath, like rotting flesh. That is the smell of that King Pamon energy around you. That's not King Pamon. I'm saying is the energies around you, and it's represented in the physical by manifestation of smell, of a certain smell. So I'll be like in the gym, and like I'll work with demons, and it's like I took a shower. I have deodorant on, natural deodorant, and I have like good, you know, essential oils on, and I smell good. But I'll smell BO, like very, very hint of BO somewhere. Like, where's that coming from? Then I'll realize, oh, okay, it's this demon. They're around, you know, the energy of that. Because everything outside is actually within. All right, that's the main aspect. Whatever you see, it's all happening in your mind. And it's all part of your reality. Now, are you going to let the reality scare you? Are you going to be a slave to that reality? A slave is a person that is under the expectations of everybody else. You want to make them happy, so you do these things, but it's not authentic. You're a slave to them. And you're not a slave to anybody, or anything, or concepts. Okay, so I gotta go now, but I hope you liked that little explanation. It's a deep topic, and it took me, like, you know, I quit everything. I quit my job. I quit everything to go on this path of like being like this monk, you know, spiritual. But I got into all the different spiritual systems, and the conclusion was they're all correct. It's just that people are attached to the surface level understanding that has been defined for them by the people that control you. So whatever labels you put upon yourself, just hook, line, and sinker, because you've been told, then you are a slave to those labels, to those energies. Because subconsciously you will protect that label. Because without that label, what are you? That's what you think to yourself. But if you don't know that you are everything, then there's no need for labels. Now, for mundane reasons, you can call yourself, you know, XYZ thing to end confusion for other people. But if you actually believe it, then you have a problem. You're sleepwalking. And if you want to work with Goetias, you can't be a sleepwalker, all right? Because if you're a sleepwalker, they're actually using you. Because they're using you to they're working through you in a way that you don't know. So you might be some stinky person that just smells bad because they have bad hygiene, and you know they don't care, and it's like they don't have any hope in their life. And then you, as that stinky person, might walk across me at the store, and then I'll smell that smell, and I'm like, oh yeah, that demon is around, you know. So I mean, I know that my speech is good and I'm confident, and it's like I'll smell that somewhere, you know. And it's like, wow, and I feel good. It's like I'm feeling good. I'm feeling that vigor, and it's like I'm not actively working with that demon. It's just in my subconscious mind, and it is manifesting out. And if I'm, you know, I have enough clarity where I recognize that, and someone sleepwalking will not ever recognize those things. Okay, so you have to start waking up. All right, you got to control those demons within. control it by not letting it make you into like this robot. Everything's automatic. You see a burger, so you want to eat. You know, you see a lady that's attractive. Now you have all these thoughts in your mind. Get a hold of yourself. All right? All right, take care and comment and ask me some questions. I'm up for it. All right, take care, everyone, and happy hunting.